Hello, I'm Alessandra Fabrello. I was born and raised in the magnificent and harsh extremes of South Africa to Italian and Portuguese immigrant parents. Growing up in Africa greatly influenced both the professional career I chose and later the unexpected path in my personal life. I studied and worked in both Europe and Asia before finding my place here in North Carolina, which is where I now call home. Before my son was born, I built a career specializing in international relations, international law, and conflict resolution, specifically international strategic conflict resolution, and spent my time working at the United Nations. But absolutely nothing prepared me for the life-shattering moment when, within seconds, my 9-month-old son turned a deathly gray and was unresponsive. He was diagnosed with ANEC, which is an extremely rare disorder with high mortality rate. Doctors gave my son 24 hours to live, and that was 18 years ago. Today, my son continues to fight every day to survive, and he continues to defy all medical prognoses. He is beyond inspirational. I realized many years later that the woman I was died in that moment, and the slow erosion and disappearance of who I was began. What emerged was a 24-hour caregiver, isolated, invisible, and unheard. I was made to feel for years dismissed, irrelevant, and completely insignificant. I finally reached an almost breaking point, and it was a point of no return. I was suffering from severe and extreme burnout, both mentally and physically, and facing almost complete financial ruin. It was a point that was both unsustainable and terrifying. Despite begging and advocating for years at every possible level, nothing was changing. The greater societal and systemic changes that needed to happen were not going to happen, and certainly not in a time frame that I needed for me and for my son to survive. I needed to find a way to change the unsustainable path my life had been forced to take. That became the pivotal moment when I refused to be forced to live a life within which I was rendered powerless and I had no control. I decided I'm going to be my first client. Combining my professional expertise and years on the battlefield of parent caregiving, I developed an effective and efficient strategic framework based on what I call the concept of the other. It took me from barely surviving to being able to reclaim my voice, take back control of my life, and rewrite the narrative of my own life, and design one wherein I am able to secure the outcomes I need for me and for my son. A life where I'm able to redefine success, balance, and joy on my terms. It was about building my own extraordinary. It's a roadmap to transformation. I teach and empower purpose-driven individuals struggling against overwhelm and burnout, and turn challenges into pivotal breakthroughs, and develop unwavering self-esteem, strategic clarity, and unstoppable resilience so that they can take back control and design a life on their terms. The most high impact problem I solve is the crushing weight of feeling stuck and powerless, which costs you dearly in lost opportunities, spiraling self-doubt, and the silent barrier to your full potential and your life. It's a roadmap to transformational empowerment so that you can confidently and effectively unlock your full potential and own your yes, even in a world of no's. On my website, you will find more about how I work, as well as how we can collaborate to build an extraordinary for you. Thank you for spending this time with me.